think all four of us picked Bryson to win at least one major. So that was
Right.
That sounds right.
That was a win for us, for sure. We don't have Cheech this week. He is in a foreign land, unfortunately, but we'll get his picks. We'll get his say on the majors next time he's on the show. But the majors show is always fun because we had talked a little bit about the PGA guys, too. Last year, Scotty Scheffler won the Masters. Jay, is Scotty Scheffler going to repeat? And then that would be 3 out of 4, I think, for him, right?
Yeah, that would be right. I mean, come on, dude. You gotta agree that he can win it any week. He's nasty if he has even half of what he did last year, which was one of the most epic golf runs in a season I've ever seen. I mean, we grew up watching Tiger, who was, explosive and dominant in his career, especially early on. But I think Scheffler's kind of like the new Tiger. Love him, hate him, but he's on a nasty run. Come on, you got to admit that.
No one's Tiger
you watch
wins.
Anything,
no one's Tiger.
I understand that, but you watch anything from YouTube to PGA content to the new Full Swing, and you watch the new season, it's just every golfer saying they want to be Scotty. They don't want to talk too nice about Scotty because then it's going to look like they're not good enough to do it. But everybody's chasing Scotty. So to answer your question, there's a really good chance he plays really well around there. He's a 2-time champ. Yeah, I mean, you can't count him out. He's going to be in the top 5.
Yeah, but that's not what I asked. Is he going to win? Is he going to win his 3rd out of 4? That's the spot that you're in now.
No, because Bryson's.
There you go. Jerome, do you have somebody other than Bryson winning the Masters?
One of the European guys, maybe somebody younger. Names that jumped
Oberg?
out. Yeah, Aberg is one of that jumps out to me. I think he takes a large step forward this year. I see him winning at least one major.
Wow. But you got to pick the one.
Contending
it's a pitch show.
Yeah, dickhead. I know that. I can do the math. So why not go with Aberg for the Masters?
Okay.
He'd get mad if he heard you say Aberg.
He would.
Oberg. It looks like Aberg, but he made it clear.
It doesn't because
no, that's totally right. That's totally right. I'm not in Sweden or wherever fucking.
You look like you live in some cave.
You're the only Viking on our show. You're the only Viking.
I'm Danish, so fuck his stupid Swedish ass. Okay, number one. Number two, this is America, and I can pronounce things any fucking way I want to.
Sure, you can. You're wrong, but you can.
That's right. And he can fly on over here and he can tell me himself.
That'd be awesome.
He's like 6'10". Yeah.
He's welcome. But anyway, he's welcome on the show. Even though he's not live, he's welcome.
Yeah. So I think he'll contend in 3 of the 4. I don't know if he'll win any, but
I'm gonna go against you guys on this. Last year I picked Bryson every. I know. I think John Rahm's going to win another
Rory, I'm done.
No, I think John Rahm's going to win another green jacket. Have you ever seen somebody? I mean, like, we obviously got hard-ons for Liv and hard-ons for John Rahm because he is the highest paid acquisition in the history of Liv Golf. Have you ever seen somebody like when you watch John Rahm play? I know you guys do. When we watch John Rahm play, even when he's like, he's never out of it, but when he's like 10th and there's 5 holes to go and he's 5 strokes down, like, he's still out there grinding every single shot. Like, the man tries to improve his score no matter where he is in the standings. Now, he's never really been, like, totally out of it. Obviously, he's always had, like, something to play for, or his team has been in it pretty much every single event that they've played. But the guy is just, no one is as competitive as he is. I'm telling you.
Every hole with every fiber in his body.
Isn't that crazy?
Till he's done.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fires up, man. It's Spanish blood.
And I think there's a carryover from last year. Like, last year, all the money, he obviously won the Liv individual championship, but he didn't play great. He would probably agree with you. He didn't play great in the majors. And, like, there's a carryover. And I think he's more comfortable in his skin. He doesn't have this new Liv thing on his back this year. Coming out of the gates, flying in major number 1. I think John Rahm just silences everybody. And it's like, I hope you didn't forget about me because I'm probably the second best player in the world.
I think that would be 2 things here. I think that would be interesting because that would be Scotty giving the jacket to Rahm, Rahm giving it back to Scotty, and Scotty giving it back to Rahm in 4 years.
That'd be cool.
Also, to your other point there, you just said that you think Rahm, I don't think you said potentially, I think you said Rahm is the second best golfer in the world.
I think he is.
Weren't we all high on Bryson this year as being the second best golfer in the world?
Yeah, I think.
Are you changing your tune?
I'm not changing my tune. I just
He's
you
just
watch.
changing his tune.
Yeah, you watch John. Bob. I'm watching John
I'm
just a
not,
little bit closer.
but
I'm watching John a little bit closer. These two events, like I've rewatched some events from last year, and you just see that it's different. Like Bryson obviously is trying to win, but he's also playing against himself a lot. And if you watch Bryson, you understand what I'm saying. Like he's always fighting himself with something, whether it's the lag putting
yeah.
this week, or it's finding the distances on his wedges the next week. Whatever it is, he's always fighting himself about something. But John Rahm, he could fucking send one, damn near OB on hole 13, and he scramble himself away to like par, and then he'll hit a shot within 2 feet on the next hole. You know what I mean? Like
Didn't DeChambeau do exactly that on hole 18 to win
he
the
did,
U.S. Open?
he did, he did. I
Exactly
mean,
that.
he did
Hit one
exactly that.
left at the grandstands into the sand, put it 40 yards, 6 feet from the hole, and make it to win. I mean, that's.
But he also needed
I
Rory
get
to
what
miss
you're
that putt.
saying. I
He
get what
also
you're
needed
saying.
Rory to miss that putt in order for all this history to happen,
Two
for him to
putts.
win that. So both of the putts, right? It's 17 and 18.
Total of 4.5 feet between two putts.
Right.
Yeah,
But yes,
that's true.
I think. Well, we'll get to Bryson, of course. We'll get to Bryson. We can't have a majors prediction show if I don't pick Bryson to win a major. That's for sure. All right. So for the Masters, Rahm, Oberg, Bryson. So we got a record here of this. Hopefully, Jerome's gonna keep this for us this year. Then it's the PGA, which this year is at Quail Hollow, which is a course that John Rahm struggles at. He missed the cut there the last time they had a PGA, I think, in 2017. The PGA obviously plays the Wells Fargo there. It's not right down the road from me, but it's only a couple hour drive. Thinking about popping in one of the days for the PGA. I think that'd be cool. I'll start. I'll take Bryson. This is the course that Bryson. I mean, this is a course John Rahm can play well.
Where's the PGA?
This is the PGA. It's at Quail Hollow in Charlotte.
Yeah, Quail Hollow. Yeah.
This is one of those courses for like it's good for bombers. The greens are small, and so the closer you get to the hole, the more of an advantage you have. And so that's why you'll hear Rory's name mentioned here. You'll hear obviously Bryson's name. You'll hear all about the really long hitters and the guys who can play the short game, mix the short game in as well. So kind of like bomb and gouge, that kind of course. And so if Bryson's gonna win a major this year,
You're taking him?
it's on this course at the PGA.
You know what? You make so many good points for Quail Hollow.
You're going to pick Bryson to win all four, which is amazing because that's where I was last year.
No. I think this is so far
No, not you. So not you.
for me.
Talk to you.
I'm torn between two guys that I don't normally pick. Rory is definitely one of them because
Rory's in the mix. Rory's in the mix.
He's there.
He's right
He's
there.
so close.
He's
and
right
he's
there.
just with the divorce stuff and then losing the U.S. Open. He's fired up, man. And with all this live stuff going on, I feel like if there's any year to do it, I think he's going to really put everything on the line this year. I think either Rory
I think he's
or
won it. I think he's won at Quail Hollow before. I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
he has two, I believe, PGAs, right?
He does.
Like 10 and 2011 or something like that. 2012. And the other one.
Let's just say this: Rory is a 4-time Wells Fargo champion at Quail Hollow. Not one, not two, not three. He's a 4-time Wells Fargo.
That
champion.
might make my decision. What I was going to say is
I knew he won
there.
I knew he was
Xander,
and Xander is of course for him too.
Coming off of two last year, right? The Open and the PGA, but he's a bomber too. For a little guy, he bombs the crap out of the ball. But you know what? If I'm ever gonna do it, this would be the one to pick Rory.
This is the one to pick.
I'm gonna pick Rory.
And this is where you guys can highlight this. I'm not the biggest Rory fanboy on the show. Okay.
Stop it
We already knew
now.
that.
You know I hate him.
Jerome, what are you drinking? I didn't see your pour.
I am drinking Horse Soldier straight bourbon whiskey.
Nice, man.
Straight up. It was a Christmas present from Cross.
Yeah. Shout out the big guy.
Shout out the big guy. So, I'm gonna go with kind of a dark horse. He won at Quail Hollow in 2019
Not Thegala?
and 22.
Tony Finau.
He's currently set at plus 3,500 to win. I'm going with Max Homa.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
God,
if I had a third choice, it would have been Max Homa. That's a good pick.
That's the worst pick that's going to be ever mentioned on history. I'm going to go out on a limb. We got to make a bet here. the side
You're
bets.
gonna say he's never gonna win one.
Well, one, he's never gonna win one, but I'm gonna say he misses the cut. You say he wins.
Well,
I say he misses the cut. That's a fair bet. So that's flip. You can only get first place. I got missed cut. Anything else is
Okay.
push.
What's your
We'll come to
terms?
terms. We'll come to terms. It's got to be
No.
similar
You
to the
say it
teeth.
now.
Topless. I mean the topless teeth.
Topless to teeth. You're already 0-1.
I gotta get my revenge. I gotta get my revenge with Max Homa here.
All right. I accept
Topless
your
to
terms.
teeth. One show.
Topless and teeth.
One show.
One show.
Okay. Deal. Max Homa. You better not fuck me. I don't like you as it is. You better not fuck me in this one. All right. So then we get to the U.S. Open. Oakmont, U.S. Open, defending U.S. Open champion. The man who's been hugging the trophy for the last 300 whatever days, doing the world tour with it. You're gonna have to beat Bryson to get that trophy. I think from here on out. I think that trophy has become his green jacket, if for lack of a better word. You know, you picture Phil putting the jacket on, you picture Tiger putting the jacket on. You even got the thoughts of Scotty now always putting the green jacket on. I think when you see the U.S. Open trophy going forward after 2025, you will picture Bryson in a mob full of people holding that trophy and letting everybody touch it two years in a row. I'm taking Bryson. So that means I got Bryson winning 2 major championships already this year. Last year I picked him to win 4. But that's where I'm at.
Okay.
I am also picking Bryson for the Open.
I'm gonna go with somebody I'm not a fan of,
Bryson.
and go
Dude,
Morikawa.
I'm not winning the US Open. I'm telling you that right now. It's not happening.
Oh, I get it. Morikawa.
Yeah, I mean the guy was so often last year,
Yeah.
and he definitely has the game for the U.S. Open
He
type
has
courses.
one PGA already, and
But
I
he's got
think
the U.S. Open game. He can hit it far. He can play
yes.
out of the rough. You know, he doesn't get flustered by a bogey or a double bogey.
The
He's that type
reason
of guy.
he's good in U.S. Opens is he hits the fairway. His iron play is phenomenal. He doesn't stray much, like a lot of the bombers. So I feel like, I mean, he can still hit it 310, 305,
Right. He can
but
still hit it far enough.
he doesn't. He's very accurate, and I think that's huge in U.S. Opens.
Sneaky pick. Dustin Johnson won the U.S. Open here in the last time it was played in 2016. So he's past his.
What I think is interesting.
He's past his prime, of course, but sometimes you find those guys who courses just work out just right for them. And I don't know all the ins and outs of Oakmont, but if you can just hit fade, cut, fade, cut like that all day long, that's a DJ type course because that's his natural plane, his natural window.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it sets up that way for him, don't be surprised if DJ makes a weird little run and kind of reclaims some of his lore with the American guys. But no one's beating Bryson at the US Open. Can't see it. Sorry.
I hope you're right. I really do, but I gotta mix it up.
Finally, the Open. Where is it this year? Anybody got
Royal
that?
Portrush.
Royal Portrush.
Shane Lowry's course, where he won.
That's
you taking him?
Are you taking? Are you gonna take Rory and
Shane?
Are you gonna take Rory?
No way. No way.
I would have to
swallow
delete
my
this
tongue
episode.
before that.
I'd have to delete the episode. We would never air this if you picked
Yeah,
Rory
no.
Shane.
I'm just saying
Shane
that's
Lowry.
where he won. I think it was 2019, 2018, something like that. He won there, yeah.
Oh.
Who you going with?
Yeah, I
So
didn't think this was
we're not giving Scotty any majors this year?
So far, we haven't picked Scotty Scheffler to win a major. We might be the only show who doesn't pick Scotty to win a major, and that might be our victory lap when we kick off 2026.
Or he wins all 4 and we cancel our show.
We change our show to something else. We can do 54 cookies or something like that, and we just make 54 different types of cookies every week.
Absolutely. We'll probably be better at that.
I'm not picking Scotty, but Cheech will pick Scotty. I mean, we haven't gotten Cheech's pick, so
he's going to pick him for all 4.
Yeah, he's a Scotty guy. No, again, I mean, if there's one guy who is going to grind out a major, and if there's a major that you need to grind, it's the Open. You never know about the weather. You never know about the bounce. You never know about the roll. You got to play every single hole and every single shot like it's for the championship. It's Jon Rahm. And he fits, he just fits that mold perfectly. So Rahm Masters, Rahm the Open, Bryson, PGA, and the U.S. Open. It's a full live sweep, but in a different way. It's a full live sweep. On my side. Now, I will say, just the one point that we have made here. There was last year this Scotty Tiger-esque thing where like everyone was like, we can't beat Scotty. It feels like so far early on this year that's gone because he hasn't won. It kind of feels like this weird. I cut my hand in the sink making dinner. All of a sudden now, I blame my wrist like I'm J Mac or something. Like I'm just saying, Scotty, as boring and perfectly as he played for like the last 2.5 years. Like, all right. I mean, he's still just boring and, Scotty. And if he doesn't have it, you're not even going to care because you didn't notice it when he did have it and not going to notice it when he doesn't have it. So that's my Scotty. Bro, who you got? Your favorite major of them all.
I mean, obviously. You know what? I'm gonna say Schauffele.
Yeah, Xander. I mean, you're gonna take Rory to win too.
No, not gonna do it.
Who'd you pick?
There's nobody I want to see win the U.S. Open more. I'm sorry, the Open more than Justin Rose. He was in it last year. He came in second. I'm gonna go with my boy and Austin's cousin, Sahith Theegala.
Okay.
He's been playing some awesome golf. He wants it. Watch his YouTube stuff. The guy's ready, man. Him and his caddy are in sync. He's come close
do you
to the
and
majors.
Aaron want to do a topless and teeth bet?
And I think in any
of
the majors, the Open is the best chance he has right now, early in his career.
Yeah, I mean, okay, he's a very good golfer. And that would definitely take his career to a totally different level. Like he's a very good golfer. But you have to win the major to go to that next bet. Then no one forgets about you unless you're like
can't
Ryan
win 10 without winning one.
Unless you're like right? Ryan Harper. You're right. Well, no one wins 10, but except for like 3 people.
I'm just saying, you can't get to your second until you get your first.
Yeah.
So he's got an opportunity, and I think he's gonna.
Yeah. So how many PGA guys do we pick? How many PGA guys do we pick? You guys pick, not me.
The Masters, 1.
So you got Oberg,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I gotta get flipped to that page.
You guys picked 6 out of your 8 non-live guys.
I went live, PGA.
Fucking, why are you guys even on the show? You did the same thing. PGA, live, PGA.
There's a
pool of people
to go off of. What do you just don't like winning? Is that it? Is that why you only picked 2 golfers out of it? You picked 2 golfers.
I picked 2 of the top 3 golfers in the world.
Yeah. You know what? That makes all the sense in the world.
Rose. They picked Justin Rose.
Judging by the inch depth of your
number
gene
23
pool,
in the world.
that's your pool for picking players. I get it. Yeah, that makes sense.
I only had to write down 2 names. I knew where I was going. All right. 30 minutes. Somebody's still watching the show.
Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like, please hit subscribe, hit the bell in the corner so you get notices when we're posting. Please comment.
I got something to say.
Let us know what you think. Shut up, I'm not done yet. Follow us on Instagram and X. And all right, now you can talk.
There's a rumor going around about Bryson DeChambeau not re-signing with the Live Golf League and Live turning down his request, his contract request.
Who?
Bryson.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say that I have 0 inside sources, but I'm going to tell you right now, if Bryson's team went to Live and said, we want 200 for 4 more years, which would be half of what they gave Jon Rahm, that fucking check would have been written before he finished saying $280 million. So
nobody more popular in the world right now.
There's no one. I mean,
nobody.
He has a blank check
from all angles.
He has a blank check. $280 million is fucking peanuts for the PIF. They would have wrote that check in a blink. So anyone reporting that is fucking moron. They just don't understand basic finances and what Liv has stacking it. So that's all. I forgot to say it. I'll mix that somewhere else. All right. That's all I got. Let's get the fuck out of here.